Welcome to our next episode of Adult Play Therapy. I'm your host, the original John 20.
It's Jerry P.
And we are here in the house at Hooters in Cedar Hill, Texas, man. Like I say all the time, thanks Hooters for the support. Thanks for the love. Thanks for allowing us to use your facility in order to shoot our shows. So, we also got another sponsor that we trying to grab. You know what I'm saying? We pushing.
Hey, man, Oak Cliff Bourbon Whiskey. We're trying to get y'all on as our sponsors. We've been holding it down for quite a few weeks now, man, and we just need to get that communication going. So
we do.
Oak Cliff, holler at us. We support y'all support us.
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on.
Try to get some of these bottles sold.
Yeah, trying to keep everything Texas, man. So
right on.
We're trying to hold it down.
Hey, that works for us. Hey, so check it out. All right, man.
What we got, man?
Topic today is we're gonna talk about this Jerry Jones in this photo thing, man. You know, I think this is a little touchy. You know, a lot of people been talking about it. You know, a lot of things been going on. Let's see what we're gonna let you know what we feel about this.
Keeping everything Texas, like we said.
Right, keeping it Texas for sure. Keeping it Texas, keeping it Dallas, keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let my boy Jerry hold it. You know what I'm saying? What you think about it?
I think a lot about it, man. I think not a lot of people think enough about it.
Okay.
I think it's a multifaceted kind of issue, you know what I'm saying? Because on one hand, you know, we're from Dallas, you know, Cowboys fans and all that kind of stuff, and
right.
It's not only because of the team, but it's a brand, it's a, you know, genius marketing, all that kind of stuff, you know. And Jerry Jones is a very good businessman, and this issue kind of stems back to our darker side, though.
Right on.
You know,
right. Yeah,
when it comes to slavery,
yes.
when it comes to the South, when it does come to racism, and even with the picture that was brought, you know, by whoever, some over 50 years ago, I think his comments were a little dismissive, because not once did he say, I'm not a racist, or I don't agree with what we were doing, or, you know, what this mob was doing around these black kids who were just trying to go get educated. You know, he didn't once denounce the whole racist part of it. And
right.
I think that part, sometimes you can say something without saying something.
That's true.
Yeah, and sometimes your silence can be, you know, a sort of complicitness to something, you know. So right. I don't really...
like my grandmother would say, you know, ask me no questions, I tell you no lies.
That's true.
So you kind of tiptoe around it,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I totally
get
it.
That's real, man, because, I mean, I don't think I'm necessarily at the point where I'm going to go burn my Cowboy jerseys or anything like that.
Right.
But, you know, rooting for the brand, rooting for, you know, this guy's team, it's like,
Right.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it just feel a little weird.
I got you. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I really don't give a damn about the Cowboys. I like the players, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Cowboys used to be my team years ago. You know, we're here in Dallas. I mean, they are the American team.
Superstars.
Like I said, they're not my team, but they're the American team, and I can appreciate them because I love good football.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
So that's my take on it. I love good football. Now, when it comes to the Jerry Jones situation, I'm just like, it's an everyday thing to me. I guess that's the reason why I looked at it. I look at it like, man, come on now. I am here in Dallas. I'm in the South, bro. He's not the only one. I'm sure some of the guys that I hang out with, or should I say that's in my presence on a day-to-day basis that I know closely, got grandfathers that got the same damn photos.
Some tendencies. So you weren't flabbergasted when you saw he was like, okay.
I was like, okay, I was waiting on it to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like that, you know, because like I was saying to you earlier when we were discussing, I'm like, you know, Jerry Jones, he knows what the business is. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And at the end of the day, Jerry Jones has been making a whole lot of money off the backs of blacks. All right, if I'm one of those type of individuals and I'm racist, but I realize my mule, you know what I'm saying, is the product of what I hate. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Am I going to take that mule out back and shoot it if that mule is making me money? Hell no. I'm going to work that mule until I can't work that mule no more.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to shoot his ass. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just feel like that's what Jerry Jones like, okay, yeah, I don't give a damn about blacks. I was 14 years old. I understood black was bad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they can't run that down football. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
And they can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Yeah, keep on ticking, man.
So you know what I'm saying? Hey, and they have brought me millions upon millions, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got to look at the franchise, as you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I have respect for Jerry Jones because he wanted a football team. And watching a little documentary on Jerry Jones and reading about him, he wanted a football team. he was trying to purchase a football team. I guess he got overbid, so he couldn't purchase it. And his father told him, hey, go into a different direction. He went into oil. You know what I'm saying? Made a whole bunch of oil money, which is good. And as soon as he made his first million with the oil money, he took it and he came out. The team came for sale, and he bought the Cowboys. Right. So I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I admire that. I admire the tenacity. I admire the grind. I admire the fact that you followed your dream. You dig what I'm saying? So I admire any man that follows his dreams and his goal and goal oriented. But then you look at it like this: $1 million, and what's the team worth today?
Oh, billions.
You feel what I'm saying?
Billions, yeah.
So, wow. And he's always had his hands on black athletes in the Cowboys. I mean, we've had other athletes that's acted a fool on the Cowboys, and he was always quick to go save them because he knew that I needed that dollar. I needed
them to get their rushing records, or I needed them to go in the Hall of Fames as the playmakers.
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
Because they're the playmakers of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. They're Hall of Famers. Emmitt Smith.
Michael Irvin.
Deion Sanders.
Nate Newton.
Right.
Yeah, Larry Allen.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? And they all were from up under me. Hey, I'm still that slave owner.
Hey, man, that's deep, man. I mean, because realistically, I mean, he kind of, and like I said before, people can show you what it is without even saying anything. When he told you, ain't nobody on this team about to kneel.
Right.
When that Kaepernick stuff was going down and nobody did.
There you go.
That was him kind of flexing his, whatever.
His authority.
Yeah, certain things like that, there are nuances. No, not saying that's completely who he is, but there are certain nuances. It's like, okay, this is an indicator of who this person might be.
Right.
And it's unfortunate that he didn't really acknowledge what we wanted to hear. And speaking in generalities, it's actually pretty smart when you're a business person.
It is.
But sometimes general just ain't enough. And I think as a people, with black people in the media, especially kind of blowing it up in this cancel culture area, what we're in now, sometimes you got to question yourself, like, am I caring too much about it, or am I not caring enough about it?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where I'm at right now, because, I mean, it is a pressing issue. Racism has always been and will always be a pressing issue. So, maybe I don't care too much, maybe I don't care enough. So.
And then, like we were talking about LeBron James, I totally commend LeBron James when he asked the press, why hadn't they said anything to him pertaining to it? Because when it came to Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying?
That was the first thing out the presses.
First thing. And that's the big thing. Y'all watch our Kyrie episode. But we were discussing the Kyrie thing. He's a black man who just posted something. He didn't even say that. He just reposted a tweet. And all of a sudden, they down on his ass. And they're down on him about people that were oppressed as well. But it's like you can't really compare apples to oranges. You did?
Yeah, definitely. Because we know what that mob of white kids were there for.
Right.
With those black students.
Right.
We know what they were there for.
Yeah.
Posting a clip of a documentary, it's not the same.
It's not the same. Especially when, as I was on social media and I was watching this black gentleman argue and debate with this Jewish gentleman, it's still happening today. Yeah. Jews get money. Jews got stores. Jews owe the record label that us blacks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Jews, and I appreciate all people, but I'm saying you guys have things.
We make the cool. They own the cool.
There you go. And see, at the end of the day, just because you see a black man with $1 million or $1 billion in his pocket, you know what I'm saying? There's not many with billions, but there's many with billions. Still, where do they stand when it comes to the social structure of power?
Yeah, we're not even close.
So that's the only thing I'm saying. Yeah. But if you say a Jewish man, where does he stand when it comes to the structure of power, social power? You know what I'm saying?
With his peers.
Yeah.
With his peers.
Right, with his peers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's up there. And we can have all the money in the world and we'll never reach it. We won't be up there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because it still doesn't, money won't make us, and money can't put us in the position of power or recognition as those people. And there's so many of them up there that we don't even know about.
Yeah, it is, man. And it's such a travesty because, like, you have Like we discussed the whole Kanye thing. Check out the Kanye episode and how Kanye sometimes, when you have as an African American, when you can earn that kind of money, you kind of think you're their contemporary. Yeah. When in actuality, nah, bro. Yeah. you want us. Yeah. You want us, and some way or another, you'll get that reality check.
That's true. And I mean, one thing we'll probably discuss in the future is, there's still Black America and White America. And although you have people out here that's like, no, you know what I'm saying, we're all the same. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would love to believe so. I would love to see it for my kids' sake. I would love to see it. But it's not true. It's not honesty. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lie.
It's too much footage. It's too much reality showing us that's not the case.
Exactly. And it's put in stone to where it'll never be the case. Even now, when they bring in the history, they taking the history of blacks out of the books, out of the school, and you don't want my kids to know that he was a slave, or it's not he or she, but their ancestors came from slavery up under you. Yeah. Now you want to try to make them believe that, we were always equal and on the same plateau. There were never
immigrant workers.
Right.
No, really? That's not the case, man.
Right. And, we were never up under you guys. You've always had an opportunity.
Yeah, and I think that kind of mindset has been adopted, and it goes on from generations to generations. And I think that might be a little bit of what, Jerry Jones is kind of dealing with right now.
I agree.
So I think it's just as simple as that. I mean, he's an 80-year, however old he is, from Arkansas. I mean, I really don't expect him to have a different mindset than most older white dudes, with money. But I mean, I just think it's a travesty, man, because, something as simple as a fun sport, football, with America's team, our hometown. You want to be able to love it. You want to be able to cheer for it. You want to be able to support it. And then shit like this happening, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's just talk about it. What's your overall opinion going forward right now? How are you going to address this? Or how do you feel like you're going to handle the Cowboys and Jerry Jones? I mean, it doesn't really affect you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it affects me, like, from a social perspective, because it's like I'm not gonna go burn my Cowboy jersey or not watch the games or protest and all that kind of stuff, because I look at it like it's a game.
Yeah,
it's a game, and then you got young black guys out here making millions of dollars. So I like that. I support that, and hopefully they can kind of turn the tide on things when they get their opportunities too. So I support that. That's cool, but I'm not gonna. It is what it is, man. If it was something different, if it was something affecting me directly, then it'll be a different issue. But it's just a game.
Right. And I guess I agree with you on that. I feel like going forward, personally, I think it's one of those. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Now
exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Now I know. I always guessed.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know.
Get the peek behind the curtain a little bit.
For sure. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you exposed yourself, or they exposed you for us. So now we really understand what the situation is. We understand why you run everything. We understand why you run everything the way you run everything. You know what I'm saying?
And why you want to relinquish the control.
There you go. No, hey, totally. Slave and master mentality.
It's Candyland, nigga.
Right on. That's exactly what it is.
It's Candyland.
And that's impressive. It's impressive. Yeah. It's impressive that you held it down so long, and it took until now for someone to show you draws. You know what I'm saying? Your dirty draws, bro.
Hey man, that's like a pimp with a stable of hoes.
Yeah.
And they won't go nowhere. They stand behind them. Just okay. You running a tight ship, bro. Okay, what you want me to do?
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect it. That's your hustle, and you hold it down. So I mean, be you, do you?
Okay, I got another question for you.
Here we go.
I do. Do you think, from this point, from us discussing, from the media discussing, how long do you think it's going to take before that shit just completely silenced, over, done?
Man, when is Christmas? Look, man.
Couple of weeks.
This shit gonna be over next week, man. Somebody gonna do something stupid, or they gonna bring up some more Kyrie shit, or they gonna, something gonna happen. Draymond gonna punch somebody. LeBron gonna come out and say something else. And, it ain't, because it's not meant for the media and propaganda to promote white suffrage.
Right.
That's not what it's meant for. It's meant for us to, be,
subject to topic.
That's what it is, bro.
For real.
That's what it is. I mean, you look at the news. The news ain't about none of that shit. It's about us.
I got you.
You know?
I totally agree.
To propagate fear, to propagate hatred towards
us.
A certain demographic.
Shit, us, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know something? I'm gonna say this. Personally, I feel like when that picture came out, I can see a bunch of good old boys like, oh, goddamn right. Mm-hmm. Jerry Jones,
Yeah.
I always knew I liked that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, in my opinion, I feel like, like you said, it'll be over in a couple of weeks, but, I'm going to go forward in this situation just knowing, mm-hmm. And then I'm going to even bring it up around people, of different color and nationality just to see what their take is on it. Because at the end of the day, I want to know how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, I'm just going to be transparent. All right? There's a guy that I know, and I spoke to him, and he was saying to me how he wasn't racist, and in his house, he'd talk about race. And I'm just like, wow, you just decided to talk about this conversation because I'm the only black, a couple of whites in the house.
Yeah,
so I'm like, okay, cool. Go ahead and express how in love with black people you are to me. Right. I'd love to hear it. Right. And, my son has never heard us use the N-word in the house. Okay, well, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We didn't use the N-word either. You know what I'm saying? But I was growing up. And then all of a sudden it's like, but my dad.
That nigga was lying. I'm
sorry. Go ahead. Right. He's like, but my dad was all into that. You know what I'm saying? He was into it when we were growing up, and we didn't know because we lived on a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't see blacks. You know what I'm saying? And when we did see a black, it was just like, okay, he's different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. And then the other guy who was with, he happened to reach out to him. He said, hey, you know something? My dad hated black people.
Thank you for keeping it 100,
right.
man.
That's the same thing I said. I was like, I appreciate that. I'm like, but it wasn't necessary. You don't have to explain it to me. He said, he was like, but I was just I was cringing just listening to old boy tell you all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. I said, but I'm gonna be honest. My father, he was a great guy, but he hated black people. He said, but the hindsight, when he was dying, a black nurse stayed at his house and took care of him until he passed away. So I was like, oh, you don't like black people? Mm-hmm. But you're on your deathbed and you done met your best friend in a sense. Yeah. And I'm like, it's that, I think it's to that degree with how we are socially in our class when we're grown up and raised a certain way. It's never important or it's never good to like something that everybody else doesn't like until you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's very true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's very true.
And then when you need it, then that's when you're like, damn, when you're deadbed and you're like, damn.
I don't really care where this help come from. I don't really care where it come from. And that's an interesting story. And I hate when white people do that too. Like, don't try to bond with me over suffrage.
Right.
Don't do that. Right. But,
it's weird to me.
It's very weird, man. And I think if everyone was just honest about it, we could have an honest conversation about it. If the media was honest about it, which they're not going to be. If everyone looked at things through a clear lens, we can all be honest with each other. We can have these conversations without, a Kyrie or a LeBron or whoever or Jay Williams on ESPN.
Right.
Could possibly losing his job just for being honest.
Wow.
That's just it's unfortunate, and this whole situation is unfortunate, but. It's the hustle, man.
Yeah, but do we really want to have those conversations? Because at the end of the day, I really don't give a damn. Like, I know what it is. I know where it come from. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm just tired of people trying to explain to me. You know what I'm saying? That, oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't me. I like you. I've always liked my parents did this and that. Like, don't explain it. Like, I don't care for the explanation. Like,
actions and deeds, bro.
Right. But I'm like, if you feel that bad, shit, go donate some money to the local HBCU. HBCU.
Yeah, man,
Other than that, don't sit me down in your living room and explain to me the fact that you feel guilty.
I don't want to hear
you come from family. You know what I'm saying?
I'm racist, man. I'm racist. And realistically, honestly, we probably come from a family racist too.
Probably so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is, because and usually that comes from ignorance of not being around a group of people or from past experiences.
Yeah. Most likely. Because, we're taught things just like you guys are taught things.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see pictures of Jerry Jones in there with white supremacists or whatever. But you got to understand something. There's going to be pictures of blacks in there with black power. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the most hated groups. It's amazing that a group of people that was put together to protect themselves were hunt down and murdered. Yet you got a bunch of groups of white supremacists, and
still
and that's what I'm saying, and they live on.
Yeah, and in positions of power.
Oh, very big, very much so. Listen, I don't know what I was watching, but let me get my thoughts together. I just know that you got those outback, the hillbillies out in the woods, in the wilderness, in certain those places, you know what I'm saying, that kind of got their little camps and stuff. You know, they set up, they got the guns and they got everything. And those are the ones.
Torches.
Right. There you go. They're the ones that like the bigger hate
Wrangler
of
jeans.
Colors and hate of this and haters of that, And like the police officers don't go in that fool with them at all. They're scared and they're nervous. But then you got us here.
It's their cousins, man.
Right. We're in suburban America and we're driving around in a damn Camaro or something. And we're victims, you know what I'm saying?
You might lose your life. You could possibly lose your life.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that. You could possibly lose your life. And I don't want anyone to think that I just am closed-minded. So I don't think Jerry Jones is racist.
Right.
Because I don't know him personally. I can't say he's a racist.
And I get
but
it.
There have been several instances where I'm like,
think about this young fella.
Yeah. Y'all been on Neil.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Same here. I was just a curious kid. I was a curious 14-year-old.
Where's the support of and for the people that serve you? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Yeah, because those are their ancestors.
Right.
Those are their forefathers.
And when you don't take a stand for those people, and now you're thinking about it, I want to know what the Cowboys think about it. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dak, Elliott. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? CB. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what they think about this because at the end of the day, this is yours.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
But that just opens up a whole other thing.
It does.
So is that a form of being bought?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
What you think?
I think so. I in some ways, when you are.
Hold on. I hate Mexicans. Let me say that. I hate Mexicans. Number one, I'm gonna get bashed for saying that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a black man too, so I'm really gonna get slammed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll probably ride and pick it and stuff like that. This video will probably get 100 million views because I made that statement. But then I turn around and I buy 10 acres and all I have is a bunch of Hispanics. I say Mexicans because I was being derogatory. Like you say, I hate blacks or niggas or whatever. And I have Mexicans mowing that grass and tending to that yard. And they're like, who takes care of your acreage? The Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? And they work for me. Now, how do you feel about that? You see what I'm saying? And I don't hate Mexicans, of course. I love everybody. But I'm saying, but how would you feel about that? If I was to do that, you feel like, well, what the hell? So you're using them? And I think they would feel bought or feel, you know what I'm saying, mistreated. Like my boss hates us, hates our nationality, hates our culture, yet we're working for them. You know what I'm saying?
I think we adopt that mindset. Oh my God, what kind of person are you? Because we have been those people who have been on the other end of the spectrum. For white people, it's like it's a smart man. Got cheap labor. You don't gotta like him.
Right.
You can pay this wide receiver this cut that motherfucker.
There you go.
Don't pay Amari Cooper. Fuck that. He lazy.
Yeah.
Get somebody in there that can work for a quarter. What do you make?
Yeah.
Cheap labor.
Yeah.
Smart business, man.
So there you go. Hey, it's the thought process is what I'm saying. Like, I want to know how the employees feel.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, hell, if it was me, I'd probably be like, whoa, can we have a team meeting? Can we sit down and just talk about this?
What? We'll never know.
Right.
Because they'll never say anything.
Everybody on the Cowboys just got an extra bonus in their lockers, you know what I'm saying?
Merry Christmas, man. Shut the fuck up.
Right. There you
Merry
go.
Christmas, man.
I don't want you guys to address the photo at all. And if you choose to, you can lose your job.
What don't Schultz say? Hoodlum, when he was like, take those scraps home to your babies.
Yeah.
Don't be proud.
Don't be proud.
Don't be proud. Okay. And what do you say? Thank you, Schultz.
Yeah.
Bullshit, man.
And it's crazy because we do that a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. We do that a lot. We'll take shit on the jaw. I guess because we've adopted that biblical terminology, you know what I'm saying? Terms of
Earth Masters? My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know that's what you were saying.
Turn the other cheek. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that one too.
You so quick to turn the other cheek.
Yeah, that one too. That one too.
Wow. That was good.
Man. So I guess what the questions we want to ask y'all is like, what can you be bought for?
Ooh. That was
what can you be bought for?
Wow. That's a good one.
That's good.
Hey,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, put in the comments.
Holler at us, man.
Yeah, let us know because that is a good one. If you played for the Cowboys, okay, and with this photo coming out and you're of a different nationality, the nationality in which the picture reflects hatred towards, you know, what would you do? How would you feel?
Yeah.
Could you continue to work?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Hey,
leave your comments, man. Like, subscribe.
And share.
Yeah.
Share, man. I'm going to put on there, subscribe and share.
Yeah.
At the end of this video, because I want to start sharing our videos, man. Our videos, we do this for you guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just kind of give you a perspective of how we think. We're young brothers, you know what I'm saying? And we're just kind of talking here and there, just kind of chatting with you, trying to get to know you, letting you get to know us, but not just us, you know, because a lot of the opinions that we have are a reflection of others who have already spoken to us, have talked to us. I try to be as biased as possible, so I'm asking questions and I'm placing things out there so that you guys can kind of get a concept of, okay, I can see how someone can think that way and feel this way,
right.
You know. And we're trying to give you a broad spectrum. This is Adult Play Therapy Uncensored, man. We are unleashing our emotions right now to you so that you can see, you know what I'm saying, how people feel about certain things.
Yep.
So, you know, I hope you enjoy watching our shows. Continue to watch. We're going to continue to give you topics. You know what I'm saying? This is season 1. You know, we appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the host, man. Original John 20. Hold it down, man. Hold it down.
Shout out to the co-host, man. Hey, Jerry P, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We having a good time, man.
So, hey, just like, follow us. We're going to start flooding our social medias up, too. You know, I totally need to. Hey, if you want to be an assistant, you know, hit me up, DM me or something like that. I need some assistance, man. Y'all come help me out so we can make this thing right.
Yeah.
I love what I do, but I'm a busy man as well. So I'm going to try to see if I can walk y'all through the busy life of the original
of a boss.
20. You know
of a boss.
Oh, man.
Put it out there.
Get there, man. Hey. But, I love you guys.